Yeah, you got to hear that, didn't you? Hey everybody, TR back with you as we continue to work on replacing the rubber roof on my 40-foot Class A motorhome. This is episode 2 of 4 in the series detailing replacing the sheathing, or background about why I'm doing the project, and to see the removal of the roof equipment and the start of getting the sheathing off and discovering the black mold. You can check out episode 1. A link is in the description below. So in this episode, we're picking it up at the beginning of day 3. I've gotten the black mold remediated, and I've got my first sheet of sheathing installed. We're going to show you how to measure and cut for vents, skylights, AC penetrations, and so on and so forth. So let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's day 3 of the RV roof replacement project. Yesterday I kind of figured out how to get things stripped off and how to do it efficiently. And so today I'm going to try to get the rest of the sheathing done. And I got my first piece down. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to get cracking on this. So you'll have to excuse the generator. I had to charge batteries. I was completely down to where the inverter had turned itself off because I was at low bat. So pardon that little rumble in the back. I don't seem to mind it, but some people might. What I was going to do is take a quick minute here and show you the technique I've worked out to remove this roof, the old sheathing. It has to come off because when you take this roofing off, you end up with this condition. And so what this is the fiber off the back of the old roof, and it's a pain in the butt. Plus trying to get into these screws sometimes is a real pain as well. So I'm going to show you what I've started doing here to make this a whole lot easier. So the studs in this thing are on 16-inch centers. So basically what I've been doing is I just come in here and I get the tape on here, and I'll find 32 inches here. Just make a mark. And then it's a matter of splitting this roof. You need a good sharp utility knife. Discovered that makes it easier is find your screw, just take the knife and just take that screw out. This one's already not too bad. There should be one right there. So I found this to be pretty useful because it keeps this cloth from getting wrapped around your screwdriver bit, which can be a pain in the butt. One of the other things I want to mention is I'm being pretty careful with the screws. I'm not reusing them. It's $6 for new screws. It's not worth the hassle. But I am making sure that I get a hold of every one of them and get them in the garbage can because I don't want to leave screws around in here. Rick's been kind enough to let me use his shop. And it's a good thing because it rained. It's been raining both days now, yesterday and today. But looks like it's kind of letting up a little bit, so I'm going to get some of this trash off the roof here in a minute. But anyway, that's basically all there is to it. And then you go out to 4 feet. We'll cut it again. We'll find the screw heads, cut them out, and then we'll plop this sheet off. Hey everybody, it's TR, and here we are with day 4 of the RV roof replacement project. I've pretty much got everything broken loose, all the sheathings taken loose and ready to go off. But I'm leaving it in place, so I've got a platform to work from, and then I have this piece that I'm kneeling on right now. I'm kind of sliding back and forth to help give me a little better working surface. And so right now I'm just cutting sheets of sheathing, say that fast 3 times without saying something bad. And I'm just going to keep chipping along here and let you watch my back, and I'll try to tuck in and make sure I don't show too much plumber crack. I'm going to take a minute here and show you how I'm going to locate these holes that I got to cut in the sheathing to install the vents and stuff that are coming out. As you can see, I've got this sheathing just held back to where the edge of the vent is, and I've got it flush so my seam's square, and it's pretty square, so it's close enough. And so I'm just going to eyeball from basically the edge of that, and so that's 7 inches. So we're going to come in here. We'll just make a mark about right here, 7 inches, and then we'll just eyeball from the center of this. So hey everybody, it's TR back on day 5 of the roof project, and I've now got most of the sheathing done. I kind of ran into a bit of a rat's nest over here with some of this wiring. It never ceases to amaze me where mice can get, but at some point in time during Rusty's life, a mouse was inhabiting the roof here, and I bet I vacuumed up 10 pounds of popcorn and nuts and trail mix and all kinds of stuff. Stuff that I don't normally eat, like tricolor popcorn, but anyway, who knows when they were up here, but they made a mess, and so I've cleaned this out. I'm going to throw away some of this insulation because I don't want any mouse urine in the roof. That would be, well, I don't know, I guess it probably doesn't matter. It's been up there forever, but now that I know it's up there, it'll bug me, so I'm going to take care of that. Finish up getting the sheathing on today, and I've got the roof setting out, starting to warm up a little bit. I've got some cleanup to do on the seams and edges, and then hopefully we'll be laying that rubber out this afternoon. So keep your fingers crossed that that all comes together for me. Let's see, where'd I do with my labeler? Where's the labeler? Oh, it must be sitting up on the roof. Okay. Peace. Well, I'm just taking a little break here, kind of on the last little bits of stuff that I've got to do here. I've been adding some additional wiring, and so that's kind of slowed me down a little bit here on the last little stretch of this, but otherwise I'm just about down to the last sheet and ready to start cleaning and getting prepped for the new roof. I've still got a bunch of sheets to screw down. Totally, I've been screwing down the corners and stuff, kind of get set in place so I could get the rest of the sheathing on, and makes it easier when you got a decent work surface, so I've been trying to work towards that. But it's looking pretty good, pretty happy with the results so far. A little tired, but hey, it's working, it's coming together, and it's going to save me probably $6,500, $7,500. So, and I had the week available, so why not? Excuse me, I got a cup of coffee. I have this nice pass through here, right into the kitchen. Look at that, cup of coffee. All right. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. If you are, be sure and give me that thumbs up, and if you have questions along the way, don't forget to ask them. I'll try to answer them where I can. Well, The sheathing is almost done. I'm ready to put down the last sheet. Whew. It's been a lot of work to get to this point, but feeling good about what I got going on here. So let's get this last sheet of sheathing down. I guess I better get geared up. Alright, so here's how to do the cutouts for the AC and the other penetrations you got to go through the sheathing with. You see here I've kind of pre-drilled some holes just big enough to get the router bit through. I better get some hearing protection in because this thing is loud. Alright, hearing protection's in. We're plugged in. Watch out. That's all there is to that, except for the mess it makes. So that's how you put a hole in the sheathing for the AC. So that's it for episode 2. We pretty much have all the sheathing on now. It's all screwed down. A couple of minor things here and there to do, but we've got the sheathing completed. In episode 3, we're going to repair a few spots. I had some knots pop out while I was installing the sheathing, so I got some acrylic-based patch. I bought acrylic-based so that it would flex with the roof and it wouldn't pop out on its own. I beveled the plywood sheathing when I cut it, but I'm going to go back and knock off that top edge with a sander and just make it a little bit smoother. Then we'll go around with a putty knife and check for screws, make sure all the screws are below the surface of the plywood. And then finally we're going to actually get the rubber roof stretched out. So you don't want to miss that coming up in episode 3. If you like what you're seeing, be sure and give me that thumbs up. I always appreciate those. It lets me know you do like what you're seeing. I hope you found it useful, and if you want to make comments, do so below. I'd love to have your comments and questions. I love interacting with the audience. So please, if you have a question or comment, make it below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Got a lot of great RV how-to videos still to come. Still 2 more in this series of laying up and getting the rubber roof installed and the equipment back on it. But plenty of other RV how-to videos on my channel now, plus future videos to come on solar, on replacing the appliances in the RV, and doing some other renovation work, so you don't want to miss that. And to not miss that, make sure you hit the little bell over there so that you're notified when I do post up a new video. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I really do appreciate it. Until we get together again, peace.